for everybody.
Shut up, woman, and do it.
All right, Shaun said he want to do the intro, so hey. Y'all shut up. Shaun said he want to do the intro, so Shaun do it.
Shaun.
Go, nigga. Go,
Yes,
nigga.
Shaun. Are we live? Is we live?
Can we do a sound check?
Yeah, I did a sound check already.
So it sounds good.
Yeah.
Mic check.
I feel like if it didn't sound good, he would have said something.
Oh God! Oh, my phone.
All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
No, I'm not ready.
Sound check. About to
Wait,
beat my dick.
wait. Whoa. Get this, bro. Somebody get mans, bro.
Got shit together. Come on now. What are we doing?
I mean, we waiting on Shaun to do the intro. What the?
Shaun,
I'm
go,
waiting on y'all
nigga.
to shut the hell up. Welcome back, everybody. We're now live with the Superior Minds podcast. This is your host, DJ Shawnee Shines, and here I have with us a group of individuals who like to talk about all the bullshit that goes on Twitter, the video game industry, the anime industry, and all types of pop culture. Today we got Deus with us. John's with us.
Nigga,
Lord Aizen.
I wasn't even done my fucking intro, nigga. Hold on, rewind.
Because you confident too much. I'm just gonna move on if you're not ready, nigga.
Hold on.
All right, fine. Roll it back.
First,
We got Deus with us.
Right. It's been 3 weeks since y'all niggas heard my voice. I know y'all niggas miss me. You know,
Nope.
I know y'all niggas miss me. I miss y'all too. Yeah, I'm kissing you, nigga.
Oh.
Moving on, we got John's with us.
I don't think that John thought
that shit was anticlimactic. Okay.
That was very anticlimactic. We got Aizen with us.
This nigga John's really up in here, not muted for the first time and still not talking. I don't get it.
We got our two muted members, Miles and Hero, with us.
What's
good?
Don't worry about them. They're not really important. Anyway, we got Sai with us.
Hi.
We got the childish ghost himself, Bino, with us.
What it do?
And last but finally not least, we got Two the Great.
I just woke up.
Oh God.
Now that everybody's been introduced and we've pulled in the line, let's go ahead and get into these topics. Anime of the decade. This has been a pretty hot topic on Twitter. What the hell is going on?
See, it is a fan poll, first of all. So let's get that out the way.
Right.
We don't.
Nigga, I don't give a fucking
Somebody
God
pull it
himself
up.
made that shit, bro.
I'm sorry.
That shit's some bullshit.
Hey, look, My Hero and KNY have been the first two animes to touch the clout wave of this new age. So, we already know.
You acting like Dr. Stone don't exist?
That shit didn't touch the clout wave yet.
Hey, look,
But,
it's not Dr. Stone's fault.
When they start shipping Senku and Chrome, they won't know it touched the clout wave.
Oh no, bro! You need to chill. You need to chill.
They won't know that all the weirdos have infiltrated the fan base. But yeah, for now, My Hero and KNY got it, and they're pushing strong. All the normies know about those two shows. Those are their first animes.
They have recency privilege.
Yeah.
So, do y'all want to go down this list the fans voted for?
All right, where's that?
Go ahead, go down it.
Where's that at?
All right. So here are the winners of Funimation's kind of like, they're calling it a decade of anime. Your favorites of the 2010s. So
here you're lagging.
My Hero won.
Hero, you're lagging.
Yeah, GG. My Hero. Okay, I'm gonna continue that. My Hero won the current best shonen of the decade. I'm pretty sure. See right there. We know My Hero and KNY caught the wave. Yes, we hear you. Now keep going. I told him that My Hero was the
right. My Hero was favorite shonen of the decade. Fruits Basket was favorite shoujo of the decade. Haikyuu was favorite sports series of the decade.
You said Fruits Basket was the best what?
Shoujo.
Okay.
Haikyuu was best sports series of the decade. Favorite sci-fi and fantasy series is Steins Gate, 2011. Favorite isekai series is Konosuba. Favorite
That's
romance
pretty good.
is Your Lie in April. Favorite
Good.
animation of the decade went to KNY. We all know that.
That's
I don't agree with it though. I don't agree with it, but whatever. Favorite companion creature of the decade was Happy from Fairy Tale.
People do love
Let's
fairy tale.
go. I
I'll
agree
I'll
with
give
run
them
that
that.
shit, nigga.
Favorite original series of the decade is Kill la Kill.
Favorite what?
Favorite original series of the
What does
decade.
that
Kill a
mean?
kill?
What does that
Kill-
mean?
What
Aren't they
is
all
original? What?
series?
Exactly. What is that?
Like
We got
you
that
know,
Etsy on this.
you know how most anime are like, you know, adaptations from light novels or manga or whatever case. I guess Kill la Kill, like, you know, was an original work.
Didn't have a manga? Oh.
Yeah, no manga, no light
Kill
novel.
la Kill is just an anime with nothing else.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that shit went hard to just be in it. Okay, bet we got Etsy on the grind. We won something of the decade. I didn't know about that.
So, favorite anime film of the decade is Your Name.
What?
I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see it. Your Name is goated, but Silent Voice is better in my opinion.
Thank you.
It's
Say
my
yes.
name. Oh
I
my
haven't watched
gosh,
either
I'm
yet.
the favorites. Thank you. I'll accept my reward.
The Silent Voice, nigga.
You know what? Nobody ask you this. I was in the middle of accepting my award.
So, overall,
Moving
how do
on.
y'all feel about
All
I
right.
mean, it is fan voted,
Trash.
so.
Trash
But,
as fuck.
Let's address the elephant in the room that is KNY.
right.
Okay. First and foremost, my nigga, we all know Fate is a way better than fucking series. Let's keep it a buck, bro.
Yeah, we know that.
Bro, Fate
Fate
is
is
literally
yeah.
known as Fate Unlimited Budget Works, my nigga. Like,
On God.
come on, bro. Like these niggas, like, bro, Fate. If there's not one bad version, there's every single version of Fate is always animated, like to the furthest extent possible, my nigga. Like, bro, it's literally nothing really compares. Not even KNY if we're keeping it a buck. Like, yeah, KNY is beautiful. Don't get me wrong, but Fate is Fate, bro. It's like on a whole different level on its own.
And you said it won of the decade. It hasn't only been out
Animation
for
of the
like
decade, bro.
It's only been out for like what? Not even a year. This is the first year it came out, right?
Nigga, animation of the decade is fucking the Fate movies. Fuck is these niggas talking?
That's crazy,
Bro.
Niggas
Literally,
think
even Fate
Evansville?
Zero,
Oh my god.
even Fate Zero looks better than fucking KNY, bro. And that shit came out in 2011. Like, let that shit sink in.
I mean, they do have the same exact studio, mind you. So like, but I get,
But
like,
it's-
so like, I get what it's up there, but it doesn't make sense for.
especially when
that-
nobody was trending into one episode, bro.
Literally,
Yeah, like
one clip.
it doesn't make sense for that to be it when all the Fate series have literally been the same level or
Right.
more.
Honestly, Fate is better. Like they said, Unlimited Blade Works looks
Bro,
better than KNY to me.
Heaven's Field 2? Oh my god.
Pair of both hasn't sold movies.
Heaven Still 2, bro. Jesus Christ.
I want to hear nobody talking about they don't like Fate and they ain't watch Heaven's Field 2. Get out my face.
I don't like Fate, and I haven't watched Heaven's Field. I haven't watched Heaven's Field too.
Hey, look, you about to get banned.
Right
Y'all about to get
Ew, y'all
eradicated.
don't like Fate? What the fuck?
Exactly.
Y'all missing out.
Hey,
Y'all
look,
missing
So
out.
we was gonna be contrarians just because he said it.
shit, y'all about to get Contrarious out of here. Fuck you
the
talking about?
real goated anime of the decade, Inuyasha.
Oh God, let's
Oh
Let's
my
talk about
God.
it.
And y'all should not even from this decade. What are you
Oh,
talking
wow.
about?
People obviously ain't seen the dates. I'm confused.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
We still
Y'all
gotta push
listen,
our agenda regardless.
You know, Sashomaho and shit.
They still living
You're
in
about 2
2010.
decades
That's
late.
crazy.
Bro, y'all gonna sit
These
here and
niggas
not tell
thinking
me
we still in the
Inuyasha
2000s
is
right
goated,
now.
like,
That's so
what they
crazy.
really do on this fine Monday.
Y'all can't tell us
Man.
Inuyasha ain't good.
Apparently this
I'm saying, like, you
apparently
can't
this
say
Monday
it.
ain't so fine if y'all over here saying
Wow.
Inuyasha anime of the decade when it ain't even bitch been 20
Mm.
years old already. Like goddamn.
Wait. Who brought up
Still living
Inuyasha,
in
bro? Get that shit
06.
out of here.
Bro,
Exactly.
Get that shit out of here.
That
hear
shit
about.
trash. Get that shit
I
off the
hear a
airwaves.
bunch of. I hear a
And
bunch
you
of
got better
haters
anime that exists. That ain't even as old. That's so crazy.
give Inuyasha K and Y's animation, and it's winning anime of the decade. Oh God.
Period on God.
Bro, wait. Didn't he just say it came out in 2006? What?
Inuyasha did not
Close enough
come
to
out in
decade.
2006.
Imagine being stuck in 06. That shit crazy.
Imagine not being in 06.
Oh God.
Couldn't be me.
I was 6 years
Why
old at that time.
Inuyasha of all anime?
What
Shut
do you
up.
mean
Because
by
Hey,
Inuyasha?
y'all notice it's the two creditless people talking right now?
I sure did
look
notice
at
that.
this.
That's why I'm not even arguing.
It definitely is.
It definitely is. Look at these
I ain't
niggas.
creditless no more.
Bino lost
All right,
his
Bino.
Oh, you
I
think?
lost my credit because niggas just don't like hearing me talk. That's
Tell him
let's do
again.
that right
That's
now.
The credit
crazy.
bureau.
Because that's
The credit
I
showing
bureau
mean,
showing
division.
favoritism.
that's unfortunate. Moving on.
Favoritism. Oh wow.
Favoritism.
Bino, I hear you and you hear me. That's all that matters.
Does
That
anyone
nigga
know?
Bino had a
That
chance to
shit
get his
trash,
credit
bro.
Does
reset
anyone
4
know
times.
any other original anime other than Kill la Kill?
Dragon Ball
We can
Z.
look up a list right now.
Dragon Ball Z is not an what?
That's not an
No.
original. What are you talking
An,
about, stupid?
an original series means that it has no manga and no light novel. It came out as just an anime.
I was just
Hey,
talking.
Fados. Nope.
Actually, that's pretty good. I don't know if that was on the list.
Did
Hero, do you have Hero?
Fados,
Do you
yeah.
have Hero? Do you have the list of what was nominated?
I'd have to check if to go back down. You're talking about like
wait, I got a
Yeah,
list
I
right
was
here.
wondering which other ones is nominated.
Wait. Hero, when was Iron Blooded Orphans made?
2015.
That
did
should
Parasite? Did that have a
should've-
manga?
Parasite? I think so.
Parasite. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, pretty
So
sure.
runners up
I don't
for-
think we can.
Runners up for favorite shonen series of the decade were Attack on Titan, Kane, and Hunter x Hunter, and also
See, like Attack on Titan.
Let's go. Attack on Titan. Actually, that should have won it. Like
That should have
pretty
definitely.
because that's
Yeah, I
like
think Attack on
that's
Titan.
that's best anime and almost best manga of the decade. Pretty much.
Yeah, for real.
Shit, that's crazy.
All right, I got
Attack
a
on
list.
But we know who.
Oh wait. Name the runners
I
up
got-
for
I got a-
name the runners up for original anime. So we know what other original anime that were on there.
Oh, I don't have that list. I just have a list of
No, I meant
original
Hero.
anime.
Right.
I just want to know
The
that
runners up for favorite original series of this decade were Death Parade, Psychopaths,
Oh, Psychopaths.
Puella, Maggie, Madoka, or Madoka, whatever, and Yuri.
Psychopasses.
You're on ice. You're lagging in really bad, Hero. Anji said Parasite manga is from the late 80s. Oh wow. Wait, what? That far back?
I know, right? Crazy.
And it's still goated. Oh my
I
god,
know.
that anime was fire.
Guilty Crown.
What's up, Child
Actually-
Vegeta? We're talking about the animes of the decade, all the awards
But,
that got them.
Yo, did y'all know Fooly Cooley and what's it called? He already said Psychopaths and Death Parade, but Gurren Lagann, Code Geass,
Gurren
Samurai
Lagann
Champloo,
is
and Cowboy
original.
Bebop, all of those are original.
Gurren Lagann, that's hard.
No, wait,
And
Bob
it
Bob
got a
just
movie
brings up the
too.
fucking- The list.
You said what?
I mean, but it's not in this decade though, because Cowboy Bebop and Samurai.
Those aren't in this. Those aren't in
Champloo
this
is,
decade. But I was just like,
Yeah.
that's interesting to know. Those are all original
Yeah.
anime.
That's
Hey,
Hey,
those
go to the list,
those is top 4 to be honest.
Gurren
We talking about,
Lagann, bro, that shit went off.
Nah, I'm saying as all originals apparently. Code Geass, Gurren Lagann, Samurai Champloo.
Samurai
I can't
Champloo.
even say that. Yeah, and Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy
Those are all
Bebop.
originals with no mark.
We don't care about the sports anime. Fuck that. the runners
Dude, that's-
up for
that's
the
actually a
runners
topic
up
right
for
now, so I
for
don't know what to
shoujo were banana fish, orange. Never heard of orange. Madoka Magica was the shoujo, and Yona of the Dawn. I need to peep Yona of the Dawn.
The
I heard
fucking
about that.
lineups are trash.
Dude, da is a original. And
Actually,
Trash.
Space Dandy is an original one too.
Space Dandy too.
Yeah, let's check
Space
these.
Dandy, yeah.
Neon Genesis of Evangelion. That's
I'm
one.
not.
And
I'm
You
not.
talking
Machiko
about Ellen DeGeneres? That's my
and
And
hero.
Erica
Machiko
Sanders.
Hacken
He
is
said,
also original.
Wait, Kogia should be up there for what? Angel Beats for what? I don't know what
Hey,
he's talking
there's
about.
Didn't
We're
it
not.
come
We're
out
not
in
putting
this
them
outside
up there for
decade?
nothing. We're
Machiko is an
naming
original.
original anime.
No, I'm saying in
Yeah.
the chat.
Yeah, Code Geass didn't come out in this decade, so it should not be.
Cyan.
Bro, some girl tried to get me to
Michiko and
watch.
Hachan is
Machiko is an original apparently too.
Some girl tried to get me to watch.
That's what I was. I was just looking at the list.
Okay, so Haikyuu won animated or sports animated decade, and the runners up were Free. Some girl tried to get me to watch Free. It's just a bunch of naked dudes like running.
They be
What?
I
running
don't know.
shit.
That ain't
This
for
nigga
me.
stupid.
Hold on, I'll be right back. I need to blow my
Kur-
nose.
Yeah. Also,
Kuroko's basketball. Bro, Megala's box is on here. I hated that shit.
You said Kuroko what?
I dropped
Kuroko no basket.
Yeah, Kuroko's
Gas,
it
nigga.
says Kuroko's basketball. But bro, Megalo box I had to drop an episode like 6, bro. That shit got so boring.
You said Kuroko?
No, Megalo box.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yuri on
Megalobox.
Ice is on there. And then that was it. And Megalo box got dropped. I'm pretty sure it was good, but it got dropped.
I heard Megalobox like fell off towards the end. They
Well, I
said
want
it
to
was
see.
cool,
I
but
want.
it got
To be
boring.
honest.
I want to see the runners up for the Isekai. So Konosuba one. I think that was a pretty good choice. Overlord definitely runner up. ReZero definitely good runner up.
SAO.
ReZero should have won.
Shield Hero should have
Come
not
on,
been on
man.
runner up. Shield Hero really got on here. That's the
Shield Hero had. Come on now, y'all
and
some haters.
SAO's a runner up. Bro, the OG
I think
Isekai.
SAO or ReZero should have won.
Bro, the OG Isekai like Overlord, Tanya, those all should have got over Shield Hero. Shield Hero's got that recency, just like KNY.
I might be able to give you
SAO was not gonna win that because everybody hates it.
No,
Bro,
Japan
SPL
Japan
doesn't
loves
deserve
it.
slander
Right.
at all.
Fuck.
Japan loves SAO.
America loves it too, low key.
Any Twitter
Yeah, bro.
hates it. So where in America?
That's small, bro. Look,
Any Twitter
Oh,
is a
any Twitter,
small percentage of
Exactly.
the
Yo,
actual
for the
Y'all here still listening to any Twitter opinions? It's gonna be me.
reincarnating the slime shit. Yeah, it's pretty good.
that I fell off. Nah,
bro,
yeah, that shit
Attack
got
on
dropped.
Attack on Titan was a runner up for the sci-fi fantasy.
The fact that Attack on Titan was a runner-up.
Oh, you know what else was the runner? Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone was the runner-up, and Psychopaths, and SAO was one too. Wow, that's
Bro, if
crazy.
everyone just understood science, Dr. Stone would be number one, no cap.
Steins Gate one.
The
Steins Gate, the superior.
Dr. Stone fans be like,
Look.
Shit, I don't understand science, and I like Dr. Stone. Shit.
Hey, your line April was pretty good, and it won romance.
Dr. Stone is fire. I don't care.
Exactly. Dr. Stone taught me how to whip up crack from the start. You know?
I never heard of Snow White with the red hair. That sounds like a. I don't know. It sounds like.
I feel like I've
go
seen
ahead,
that
say
somewhere.
it too, you misogynist. Say what you gonna say.
It sounds like I wasn't saying that. I said it sounds like a a fucking like name, but I don't know, a rap song or something. Snow White with the red
Jerome
hair.
in the chat said Dr. Stone slander, turn that up. All right, bro, we get it. You wasn't doing good in school. Calm down.
Hey,
Bunny
no
girl,
cap,
senpai.
nigga. Bio was like easy as shit, nigga. I don't know, like, bro, like, honestly, let's keep it a buck, bro. The shit that they be talking about in Dr. Stone ain't even like that complicated. They literally break that shit down for you. Like,
I ain't gonna say all of that now.
He acts like he doing the most in there. I had somebody argue with me because he counted how many years he was in the stone, so that made him like that was the point.
Bro, no, that is the
that is a
pinnacle.
feat.
That is a
That is
disgusting.
a pinnacle.
That is a
Bro,
feat.
do you know how long he counted?
All right.
Was
You try to count for 3,000 years?
That is
You
a
try to
feat.
count
3,000 years, Sai. He
Right.
counted that.
Counting. At the end of the day, he still just counting.
I would have lost. I would have
3,000
lost count.
years?
Oh God, I would have
3,000
lost
years,
count.
Sai? What?
most like.
Right.
Oh man.
But
You're
but I
you're
understand
bugging
the
out.
length of
No
time
one
that it's
else
counting.
is doing that. No one else
And
is
you gotta
doing
understand
it.
Okay,
too.
but he's just counting.
Senku was counting while thinking about other things, like what he was gonna do when he got out at the same time. Like
5.
You
Thinking
did it
about
for
theories of
3,000
how
actually
this
years.
all
counting
came to
right now.
happen.
Do y'all
For
hear? Do
you
y'all
counted
hear
3,000
this?
for
This
10
girl's
seconds.
actually
You're comparing
counting right
you're
now.
comparing me to Senku who counted for 3,000 years. It's not the
3,000
same.
years.
She
My
said
guy.
11, 12, 52,
She really tried to
35,
slide my homie, dog.
49,
She really,
Talking about some. Talking about
3.
some. He's just counting,
He
boy.
is just
nah,
counting.
boy, get
She
the
tried
fuck
to
out
slide
of
my
here.
homie.
Si, what
I'm
number
not
you
going
at?
for it.
Hold on, Si, what number are you at? You just talked to us.
Get the fuck off this podcast.
Oh, she forgot already at
Oh,
15. She
Yeah.
lost count already.
I'm not losing count. I'm at 26 right now.
Did you wait? So did you stop? Did you pause it or did you keep going?
I kept going. I
Oh,
gotta
okay.
count until
You are right now,
Oh,
then.
yeah.
Look, 53.
Exactly.
I'm
33,
surprised. I'm surprised.
32,
Happy
31,
beat
30,
Pikachu for
29,
the
That
companion
doesn't
group.
make any
28,
sense.
Happy beat
27.
No,
people love Fairy
I think
Tail.
what Sai's
Why you
trying to
hating,
say
nigga?
is I think what Sai's trying to say is it's yes she understands that it is a feat, but the feat is counting, so it kind of is
Thank
like
you. Like he's
a
counting.
Don't help that.
Don't
Nigga.
help her,
Hold on,
nigga.
hold on, hold on.
Nah,
I
get the fuck
understand
out
that.
of here.
Deserve
Nah,
help.
nigga. I don't care how. What?
That doesn't matter, Miles. Can you count for 3,000 years?
No,
No, y'all
no,
can't
no,
count
no.
for 3,000
Senku
years.
can.
Can you count?
None of y'all
It's not
can.
just counting. It's the fact that he's counting for 3,000 years without losing track of
That's
any
like
second
some,
of
but
that.
we were talking
While
about this
Yeah.
thinking
earlier.
about
Also
other
still
shit
thinking about
concurrently.
theories and everything else that happened in the world and how he's going to
Alright,
build
Si,
everything
if
back
I'm
up.
bouncing the
Yeah.
basketball and I
Then
break your ankle,
I
if I
consider
break
it a
your
feat. I'm not
ankles
saying
while
nothing
playing
like that.
basketball,
I'm
am
just
I
saying,
just bouncing a ball?
I'm just saying, but
Or did I break your
I
ankles?
still broke your ankles. Your ankles are still gone.
Your ankles are still gone.
All you were doing was bouncing the ball that resulted.
Yeah, and all that was bouncing a ball, and all you did was break your ankles.
And all Senku was doing was counting. Like he was counting. It's okay.
That.
It's okay.
I mean, yeah.
I'm not.
I hear a
This why
hater.
Side breath
Yeah, I
started.
hear
Yeah,
a
I
hater
know.
on
I know.
Senku just because he
I
was
don't
wanna-
counting.
I still appreciate. I
I'm just
still
saying,
appreciate.
y'all not gonna sit here and act like the man was not just counting. Like I'm
I
not.
mean,
He's smart.
Stop trying to downplay my boy. All right, we're done
All
with
right,
it.
bro. Hey, look, you go count for fucking 9 quadrillion seconds, then, please.
What he was counting second,
No,
bro.
look. He said, Auntie said, man's count up to 500K plus, nodded off, began from one again, and counted how many times he nodded off, too. Then he did the math.
That's just ridiculous.
And
That's
then woke
hard.
up and was like, 3,000
But-
years. Boy, and write this shit down.
If he was
And then,
really that
like-
nigga, he shouldn't have been nodding the fuck off. Period.
But he
But
can't.
now
But
you
even
just
when he
slandered me.
nodded off, he knew that.
Now
Even
you
when
just
he
slandered
nodded
me,
off,
bro.
he knew the star positioning in the sky to know how much
Oh my
time
God, I
still
got
went
Randall
by.
started. Oh my
So,
God.
yeah, that's perfect.
Senku Go, best new gen
Goated.
anime, or
hey, look,
anime
y'all not finna
MC.
disrespect niggas
new
of science
gen.
in here,
I
dog.
can't say
He
that.
said,
I can't
I'm a
say
man
that.
of science.
Because
You're not finna
I
disrespect
really
niggas of science in here.
I can't.
Who's better than Senku?
I love Senku, but I can't disrespect the 3 main characters in Promise Neverland. I love
They're
them.
not that smart. They're not.
Bro,
that
I'm
smart.
not
They're
saying.
Get the fuck
I'm
out
not
of
saying
here,
that they're
dog.
smart. I'm not
They're
saying
not-
they're smarter
they're not
than
that
them,
smart.
obviously, because they're not.
Senku
But
is
I'm
better
saying,
than all 3 of them put together.
yeah.
Bro,
In terms of
Bro,
intelligence,
Miles,
yes.
Senku created cell phones in the Stone Age. Them niggas is not fucking with him, bro.
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
We're talking about
exactly.
who's the best
Hey.
new gen
Oh.
MC.
Oh, you talking about intelligence? If you're just talking about intelligence, yeah, Senku all the way. But I was just talking about in
New-
general.
best new
these
gen-
characters.
Yeah, but you say a new gen MC, like that's not hard. It's not hard for him to be the smartest one out of the new gen MCs.
Okay,
No, Senku's
it's
the
okay.
best.
It's okay.
Best
Yeah,
new
yeah.
Gen MC is
You said
Izuku.
he's the
Not
best
even close.
new gen MC.
It's who?
Izuku. Not even close.
Who is that?
Who the fuck is that?
Deku.
Izuku Midoriya.
You saw, I know y'all
Deku.
All right. Hold on.
So I know niggas don't read.
Why
Hey,
he
yo,
say
yo, yo.
why he say Izuku and not Midoriya? That,
Izuku is
Hey,
his
yo,
fucking
yo,
name.
this
What do you
Because his
mean?
name is
from-
Izuku.
From
Niggas
chill.
are like, who the
From
fuck is that? Bro, they
right.
said, who the fuck
Hey,
is
yo.
that?
They forgot they not his friends in the classroom.
Everybody, Noxy just said in the chat, you really got to stop trying to simplify the situation. It isn't just counting. You can say it's counting, but it's clearly superhuman shit. No matter what you say, he's doing wildly impressive shit, even inside of an anime.
Anyway.
Boom.
Tell
Boom.
him,
Hey, we already
Take
bodied
it in
her.
the
Let him
Moving
butt.
on.
know.
Boom.
Anyway.
She already got bodied.
That
We
nigga
move
count.
on.
Got
Okay,
body.
I think we named.
Y'all
we
niggas
got
lucky knocking out of here.
Oh no, he would have bodied niggas. I'm sure.
Okay,
As he
we
should.
already. I think we got everything. I think I've read off all the awards. We didn't talk much about Happy Went. Well, we did enough. He beat Pikachu. Pikachu got bodied.
That shit makes no sense.
Who left?
Who else?
Somebody left.
Side left. She just got bodied.
Yo,
Sorry if you still
your
watching the
name
podcast.
beat.
I
That's
love
why
you.
people are putting your name and Broly against each other because Broly lost.
Yeah, because they think Broly should have won that.
Broly should not have won that. No,
Yeah, I don't
I
think
think
Broly
he
should have
Yes,
won.
bro. That
Broly-
movie was goat.
Broly was not a good movie. No.
What?
Well, okay, I'm gonna say it wasn't
Wow,
a good movie.
that's
That
crazy.
movie went hard.
It was not a good movie. Like in the sense of a movie, no, it wasn't a good movie.
Bro, that movie
Oh,
went
that's
off.
crazy.
The
What
whole
about
movie,
it?
bro.
Okay, now
I
you have
was-
to explain what
I
about.
was in that
wasn't
movie
a
the
good
whole movie. I got it on HD on my computer. I can watch it again right now.
I would never watch that movie. Wasn't worth the $13.95 I paid for it.
Okay.
Oh wow.
We're
You're
talking
bugging.
about
crazy.
anime of the decade voted by these fans, which was Your Name, and people are saying it should have been
Anime film of the decade.
yeah, I think it should have been the Broly film.
Okay, I just want to say that the My Hero 2, the Two Heroes movie was garbage. I don't want to hear it, bro. They didn't do shit
haven't
the
seen
whole
it.
movie.
The new one that just came out.
No, the
I'm not
old
gonna-
No,
one.
we're talking
The
about
first
that's
one.
Rising Hero, not Two Heroes.
Two Heroes is the first one, bro. They didn't do anything that entire movie till the end, bro. I was
Yeah,
bored
I
the
will
entire movie.
agree with you. It was pretty. They pretty much rushed the story too. I will say that.
Bro, I was sitting there the entire movie like, are they gonna do something? They didn't do shit that whole movie until like the last 10 minutes.
Bro, and then like the villain really had it was like
The
it
villain
a
was
really
mid.
shitty villain. He was just a villain to be a villain for no reason. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna make my quirk strong. Now I'm gonna beat everybody up. Like,
Like, fuck that garbage ass
that's
villain.
why a lot of people were saying. A lot of people were saying the second movie is way better because the villain actually makes sense. He has a backstory. He has
The second
drive.
movie came out?
Yes,
Yeah.
it came out on 20th in Japan.
Oh yeah.
Again, we talk about how the
There's a
end
bunch
of
of
that
movies we
movie for
can't
Two
see.
Heroes. Like All Might. Can we talk about how many times All Might got smacked, and then it was like, oh, he beat him, and then it was like, no, he didn't. They kept going like that, for like a smooth 2-3 times.
Yeah, them niggas was getting smacked around like that entire final fight until they last punch. Like
That movie.
legit getting slapped across the map. until
Like
they last
you
punch.
only see people post the thing one thing people post from that movie is the final fight and when Bakugo gets saved by Kirishima or whatever. They're like, oh my god, they need to go be together because he saved him. Like, shit's stupid.
Y'all niggas want everything to be gay. Anyways,
They want everything to be gay. I swear to God. Oh yeah. I also wanted to talk about this. I saw a poll that was not a poll. It was a post and it had 4 rivals. And it had Inosuke, had someone else Genos, and it had Bakugo. So Bakugo and definitely 100% rivals. I don't see Inosuke as a rival at all, and Genos definitely not a rival.
It's not a rival. No.
Like someone
He's a rival
said Inosuke's a rival to Tanjiro, but they don't really do like they meet the first arc and they like fight each other, but then
I mean, yeah, like because when you think about it, Inosuke is kind of on the same thing as Zenitsu. Like they both see Tanjiro doing shit, and it's like, okay, we just need to catch up. But it's not like I'm doing this shit so I can specifically surpass you.
Yeah, beat you. Yeah, no, it's not a competition. He just wants to get stronger.
He just don't want to like. He just sees somebody stronger than him, and he be like, okay,
I don't want to be left behind.
And then the moment he catch up, he starts chilling out. And then
like Tanjiro doesn't say, "Oh man, I see them getting stronger. I need to get like what? Like, no, we're not rivals." that's
Tanjiro don't. He not even compete with nobody. He just want to help his sister. That's his.
That's
whole
how you
goal.
know the normies in Camp Wow. People in the mentions were like, "Yeah, man, Inosuke's rival. No. Nigga, first anime and you heard rival. No. Watch something else.
Not everything is a rivalry.
I don't think there are any rivals in Demon Slayer. Well, as far as the anime goes, I don't read their manga, so I get as much as I can.
Yeah,
think
there's
of,
not
I don't
really.
think
There's not really any rivals.
Not wrong.
because even the people on like the people, what do you call them,
The pillars.
the pillars, even they have their like own little motives. You know,
Yeah, they're
what I mean?
all cool with each other for the most part.
I can only think of one rivalry, and that's gonna be that we see that's gonna be a while down the road.
Name it.
I mean,
I can't name it too.
The only thing I could think of is the leader of the bad guys.
I want to know. DM me.
The leader of the bad guys and the leader of the pillars. Like, I think the way the leader of the pillars talked about the leader of the bad guys, he seemed like they,
and
yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah, and then the demon leader or whatever. The way he talked about him, it seemed like they had like some history or whatever. But that's
I don't see how that dude's only like a regular human, and then I can see how as far as like maybe he had a similar situation, or like his family or somebody in his family was turned by demons, etc. That's usually the case with all of the pillars. If somebody in a family was turned by a demon, or was turned by what's this nigga name?
Muzan.
Muzan was turned by Muzan to it. The funniest thing is like every time I think about this dude Deus, when he'd be like, if only I could have came earlier, I could have saved them from this fate. Nah, nigga, you would have got bodied.
You would have got bodied. What?
Completely washed. Like,
oh, that one, Bino.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
No.
Shit.
There was no saving Tanjiro's family at all. No
Them
matter
niggas got slaughtered.
No matter who was there, if anybody would have got there sooner, there is no saving his family.
Shit.
They want to make the post of Gyu, like, you know his move lull, where it's like a huge lake around him. They want to make that post yet? Like, this nigga just standing there, because it's the imagination shit. So that nigga really just
let's
there.
talk about that.
They series is really done, dog. I'm over it. I'm over it. Because like I was wondering it for the longest time, because it always didn't make sense to like, okay, I see them doing all these moves, so are they imagining it?
I always knew that they weren't real. Like, I knew the water wasn't just spawning there. Like, I don't know why.
But then you had the cases like where Zenitsu legitly has lightning coming off of him.
Well, yeah. There's some things because Zenitsu actually got hit by lightning and shit. So.
And his clothes are burnt after he uses his first form.
Yeah, but like the problem is that the styles themselves, like that's a part of his style, because.
But yeah, even Tanjiro. Oh man, this isn't really a big spoiler. But even Tanjiro can use like the first form later on. Like, he's not using it like sword style ish, but he's using the speed of the lightning like release.
Yeah, because like it's just I was just thinking like, okay, this nigga's like, okay, he legitly has lightning. Then you go to Tanjiro, legitly having this blade heated up and having fire and all this.
That's what I was gonna,
burning stuff. So then it's like, okay, so you just swinging your sword so fast that it's burning shit and making shit wet.
Like
now?
Luffy making the Red Hawk with his hockey. Oh yeah, dude in the chat said everyone can't get the same backstory, Loki. Okay, well that is like to an extent, yeah, but at the same time, no. There's some really unique backstories in that.
Like when that's the only shit terrorizing your world. I mean, isn't that supposed to be kind of
like the
point?
That's not the point. That's not really. That's like you can generalize shit. I hate when people generalize that shit like for anything. Like you get in a lot of arguments where people generalize what's happening.
Whenever Tanjiro's fighting the demon with the balls, like, you know what I'm saying, the girl,
that
whatever.
Got nuts.
remember when he's flying in the air and he falls, and he's falling down, and he has to use his technique to basically use the water, I guess, to
Yeah,
not
you
hit
use
the
the
ground.
water to stop him from hitting the ground harder. So you
Yeah.
telling me he just used it a sword swing to
So
like
yeah, that don't make no
like,
sense.
a
Every
lot of
time.
stuff just don't make sense now.
Water wheel.
Wait, did the mangaka say herself that it's not really the
Yes.
elements?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She said this. Everything is visual flair, and we're just like, huh?
Like that just completely. That kind of just completely
Someone.
fucked the theory.
Okay, I know it'll take a lot of work, but someone should just go on there and edit out all the effects and have them just swing
That
it.
would be fucking hilarious. Dog. That would be hilarious.
Like someone just, especially the lull, like edit. No, I think the water will be the funniest, where he's just swinging in circles with the water.
No, Lola just be like, bro, what the hell are you doing? You're
He's
just
standing there.
Bro, think about the thing when he used the water to catch the arrows. I was always thinking that it was the flow of the water that caught the arrows. So what the fuck actually caught the arrows?
It's like
Would it be
air pressure in the area.
Because the problem is he didn't legitly touch him with the sword. It was the water animation that hit his neck. So now I'm really confused.
So I think so. I think we just have to believe that whole breathing technique stuff is like, and we have to assume that wherever the sword swings, I guess it affects the air pressure around it.
I think, yeah.
So
at the end of the day, they are
pressure.
still superhuman. At the end of the day,
I think Gyu just puts his opponents in like a genjutsu, right? So they can't
stop
hit
it
him.
too. Stop it too.
Oh my god!
Because one time the manga used it and he gets hit, and they're like, "Oh, it didn't work."
Because like it was, the funniest part was it's like it wasn't until I think they got into the demon force or whatever that like you actually started seeing shit. So like when Gyu came to kill his sister, there pretty much was no water, and then the whole time he was training the techniques, there was no water. Then randomly water just came out. So
yeah,
it's a random episode where he's swinging, all of a sudden water coming out. It's like, wait, is this him mastering it? Nah, bro, they just added effects for no reason.
Hold up. So in the manga, so in the anime, it's the water effects and stuff. So in the manga, what is it?
It's the same thing. Now she's saying that it's just visual effects and they're not really happening. So like any type of water, flame, anything that comes off of them doing their technique isn't there. They're just doing the technique. It's just a regular source.
So what the fuck is the point in drawing it?
Was there a list somewhere, guys?
That makes so
to make it look beautiful.
So we're just supposed to. Okay, so what was the whole point of Nezuko's, like Nezuko and his is like ultra attack in the anime?
Oh yeah, but blood arts are real.
Yeah, blood arts are real.
Okay.
That's the only thing.
Because I was like, I was like, how they cut his?
He said the sword techniques exist in a different plane of existence, like Madara's limbo clones.
Oh my god!
Wow. Y'all think it's funny. Fuck, what was I about to say? The biggest one. It doesn't make sense. Is later on in the manga, the wind pillar literally is throwing fucking tornadoes at people. Like literally is throwing multiple tornadoes at people. And they're like, what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. In the manga, she draws it like that. So for it to not be real, why?
Like I get it to an extent, but at the same time, like they could be just throwing air currents at people and shit, I guess.
But that would mean that everyone there is using air currents, and then she's just drawing.
That means every projectile attack
if everybody is throwing wind currents, then why do you have a wind pillar? That's kind of
yeah. Yeah.
Potholes.
Butthole.
She's gonna have to retcon her own retcon to make Demon Slayer not.
Yeah, she's gonna have to retcon her own retcon.
She's going to have to say they're actually throwing their elements and stuff because now it don't even make sense, and I kind of don't even want to finish.
But then if you do that, you gotta explain how the fuck they throwing elements. That's the problem I always have from the start. It's like
the way they breathe brings out a different one.
Imagination.
So you mean everybody in that anime is imaginatively getting burned or getting hit by tornadoes?
Them niggas aren't getting burned by shit.
Oh shit! You hit me with your fire. Oh wait, you're the fire pillar, right?
People realize.
Oh shit! I'm burned.
Shit. I love it.
I can
I can
hear the lightning coming off of them.
before you
He's
fight,
still.
before you fight that. No, before you fight, that's why you like state what you are. I'm the lightning pillar. Oh, okay. When I get hit, okay, bet.
But like, because
only way that I can make sense of that is if so basically I would now I just believe that whatever sword like technique you have is basically the way the air pressure basically the way you affect the air pressure.
That's
the only thing.
The air just catches on fire if you're the fire pillar. You're lagging.
Also makes you wet from swinging too fast. Like it doesn't. Like no matter what technique you do, it doesn't make sense that they would have.
Talking about, bro. When I swing my sword, it just makes the air pressure turn into water.
So you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, I don't.
The only pillar that doesn't use what he's like supposed to be using is the snake pillar. He's regular sword swings, and the rock pillar doesn't use rocks. I don't know why he's called the rock pillar. He just uses rocks to train with, and
that nigga buff as fuck. That's all.
Yeah, he's the only like serious one who actually doesn't use any techniques really. He just kind of just
them niggas
swings
just straight. They just straight swing shit. That's all they do.
Yeah, I think the rock pillar is the only one that really like a lot of.
Oh, I get it now. He can't see the rocks because he blind.
Oh, you are hell.
He can't imagine his own rocks.
You are hell.
Oh my god. What if that nigga spawned rocks? I'll be fucking dead if he's. Oh,
hey, bro. He gets turned into a demon or something, and then like he's able to see again because he's healed, and he starts.
Oh, there's a guy that does moon breathing, bro. So he throws moons at people. He throws crescent moons and shit.
That'd be lit.
That's a thing. No, that's a thing. That
is a thing.
Yes.
What?
Yes, breathing.
Bro, just think about the sun style, which is supposed to be the original breath. Like, you telling me that niggas get in a certain position, swing their sword, and now they suddenly got the Ring Junjaku from Bleach? I don't know.
Yeah, sun breathing. They don't really. That's it's called sun breathing for some reason. I don't know. They're just really good at sword play. It doesn't really shit. They don't have a. I don't know why.
Okay, but if you sun breathing and your ass is over here throwing suns around,
he doesn't throw.
They don't.
Suns.
That's so stupid though.
Because
if all the other breathing techniques use what the techniques named after, shouldn't he be throwing suns and just be overpowered?
Bro,
because he literally throwing stars.
Okay, hold on. He doesn't throw moons. He throws crescent moons. All right, look.
Okay, what's the difference?
That makes a difference. That's still a moon. That's entire massive rock.
No, his slashes are like in the form of moons, you know.
Bro, hey.
So this nigga can only slash in
crescents.
Hey, real deal though.
They're all crescents.
That nigga didn't really slice that boulder, bro. That shit was in his head too.
Oh yeah, that was real, bro. Hey, bro, Tanjiro. Oh my god, bro, the imagination. He was getting his ass beat by a dead person. If you think about it,
he was getting his ass beat by a dead person,
bro. A ghost.
There, but a rock.
There was no one there.
So that nigga Tanjiro was getting his ass beat by a rock.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I'm done.
Hey.
You're hitting me. Oh no.
Bro, someone who's watching is like, what the fuck is that?
Bro, it's like that shitty moment in Super when this nigga Trunks was like mind training and got punched in the nose and actually nose bled in real life.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
The plot twist, this man Tanjiro, he just dreaming this whole series. He's just dreaming.
Wakes up with his whole family.
Yeah, with his whole family.
That dream was lit.
Hey,
take your ass to town to get some water.
Yo, at the end of the series, the way they fix this is like, well, what happened was this nigga Tanjiro passed out in the cold and he was just sick for a few days. He was all dreaming the whole time.
I ain't gonna lie.
The last episode, this nigga gonna wake up from a nap.
I'm fucking weak. Hey, you know how many series they try to say motherfuckers be in comas or sleeping or dreaming? Like, that would be the one series that they actually pull some shit off like that. That'd be funny.
Niggas be angry. Fuck this. She called out, like, yeah, y'all already gave me all the clout. I got all the money.
We see them defeat Muzan by some bullshit way because he shouldn't technically be able to be defeated at all. And
this
then
dumbass nigga.
That nigga
This
is God.
bro. This
And then-
dumbass nigga Shaun didn't put the link. I just saw you.
I saw
Hey,
that.
hey, look, ain't nobody point that out. Why you gotta snitch? Why you gotta be a
wasn't
snitch too?
I
That's
saw it.
crazy.
I was like, bro,
I'm
what
like,
the
why
hell?
did he post this again?
See, you should just been quiet about it. I saw it. I changed it. Like you over here just snitching on people. That's crazy.
That
Had
nigga
you
hurt.
Hey,
drop
but
the
check it out. Since
page.
we still talking about KNY, I just saw a tweet. This dude, it's one of those Scopatu Mana tweets, and it's got Nezuko, and dude said most overrated female character in the history of anime and literal garbage, only to make us forget how shit the plot is.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yo, apparently Nezuko's voice actor won like best.
Oh yeah,
Female voice actor. She don't
Yes.
talk.
Best
How did
female
she
voice
win?
actor.
What
Yeah,
did
She
she do?
literally talks for like that fight episode.
She said people were under my mention saying buckets because remember when she closed her hand to help Tanjiro, she said buckets. Niggas.
I don't remember her ever talking.
Bro, she only spoke that one time when she like spoke in her mind and was like,
Yes,
flame.
No, when she
bird,
used her
blood
blood
heart."
demon art, she said buckets.
Well, then
Don't forget
shit.
that.
Nigga, I'll be the voice actor for Nezuko if I can just get money to not say shit. Bet.
like, can
To
we
grunt,
talk
to
about
grunt.
that though?
Those
No,
grunts
Just
is
got
rough.
grunt a few times, just got hum a little bit. Yeah, I'm chilling. I'll do
The
that.
rest
No,
of the time,
the-
you just stay in the box.
Can
you
we
just,
talk
you
about
just
that
making
though? Like
grunts.
for the
Put
plot,
them- We putting the women in the box for 2020.
for the plot, as soon as Tanjiro actually turns her back to human, the only thing she gains is being a human and being able to speak again.
I mean, yeah.
And she loses all of her
like,
demon strength.
I like
Yeah,
that part.
like she literally loses all her demon abilities. Period. That like
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
like
that
it's
was the
like-
point of the story. Yeah.
But
she
I
can
mean,
still
like,
understand him.
when
and
you
all
think
that,
about
like-
it, it's like she doesn't eat people, and she also gained the ability to fucking.
So she's really got the plus side of things.
She really got the plus side. She ain't even got to deal with the bullshit. Like
That is something that irritates me though. How come every other demon basically in the show can talk but Nezuko?
Because she's okay. I don't want to. That's spoiler territory. I don't want to go. I don't want to get that far.
I mean, if you sat
As
in
far
a
as the
box,
anime
if you
goes.
sat in
She
a
got
box
demon
all day
autism.
every day, if you sat in a box every day all day, would you want to talk?
no,
No, I'm just saying logically.
Hey,
every other
but seriously
demon
though,
can talk.
Nezuko plays her role as the plot device perfectly, and then she's just there to be cute. People
She's a
overrate.
mascot. Oh,
People
shoot.
overrate like what she's supposed to do. Like just let her
Bro,
do
I
what she
remember-
does. Like
I remember
Chopper,
back
you know how
before she
Chopper.
talked.
I don't fuck with Chopper at all because Chopper doesn't do shit for. Ever since his arc was over, he doesn't really do nothing, bro. Chopper's just a
I'm fucking
mascot.
weak.
Nah, that's
I mean,
debatable.
Chopper
I'll
is
leave
like
that at
5 years
Recent-
old, but he's done some very,
recently,
very
Chopper
heavy
is
things.
doing.
No, recently Chopper has not been doing shit, but Chopper did do
At
shit.
all.
Though.
Oh yeah, I can agree with that.
No,
Post time
recently
skip.
Chopper did something to save like Luffy, but like usually he's just like, oh,
He's
I'm
just
a
doing doctor shit. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no one cares, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
post time skip. I made a
I
statement
don't
saying
agree,
that
but all right.
post time skip. I said that Chopper is more of a crybaby than Usopp is.
bro,
Right.
he's an idiot. Remember after the time skip, that nigga thought the straw hats were that other group of
Fucking
people.
moron. Which is so dumb because he's supposed to be like
Fucking
literally one
moron.
of the smartest straw hats. Like you are a whole ass doctor, my nigga. Like, come on.
Fucking
Okay, but
moron.
I mean, the
Hold on.
nigga still he didn't know that Usopp was Sniper King for the longest time.
No, no,
Okay, but
no.
Luffy didn't know that
The
nigga was Sniper King either.
No,
See,
not
but
that
Luffy,
part.
we know
But he's
Luffy is
supposed
retarded.
to eat the human fruit and supposed to be like super smart, and he thought
He's a
the straw
fucking
hats.
idiot.
He thought the straw hats were this pigs, bro. I hated that part.
Okay, but like the whole point of like Chopper, Luffy, and Usopp is to be that group of motherfuckers who be like, oh my god, it's a robot, and they got stars in their eyes, where everybody else is like,
I
yo,
know, but I
seriously?
hated that. I hated that entire arc where he thought that that was them. I was like,
It was only
dumbass
like
nigga.
an episode or two, but like it wasn't even that funny. Like it wasn't even a funny gag. It was just more so like kind of.
I was
I mean,
kind of
I laughed
mad.
at it. I don't know what you mean.
I was kind of mad that whole arc. I was like, what? I'm just trying to get to them.
Look,
like,
hero, Gundam isn't the only thing that's funny. God damn it.
Gundam's not funny.
Yeah, right.
No, real
Gundam
talk.
is actually very
Funny,
depressing.
So far, the
I'm
funniest
glad you
moment.
did.
Oh yeah, her
Funny.
actress is a really good actress. I don't know any other roles she plays, but apparently she plays some good roles. But
She plays some good roles, but we don't know any other role. Facts.
No, I think
yeah, I'm
funniest
gonna
thing I've
start
seen
putting
so
that on
far.
the. No, I'm gonna start putting that on the fucking. I'm gonna put that on TL. Dr. Moon 1 is a moon busting feats. He throws moons, so he no diffs. A lot of your characters.
No, funniest thing I've seen so far from Gundam was when they put that man in a box and wrote, "Oh, they said what? They said, do we think this belonged to you or he's yours now, or whatever?"
That's
and
the
Captain just started laughing.
that's the
I was
only
dying.
funny moment in Gundam.
No, there are funny moments, but it's definitely mostly serious.
That was so funny to me.
If you pick up Gundam looking for a laugh, you have the wrong anime.
Yeah,
I don't know, because like Mizuki is like he's like a funny. I would say he's a serious funny. Where like some shit that he say to a person will have you fucking crying. Like him talking to
Cordelia or Atra.
When he was talking to the princess at the beginning.
No, not even just that. Like when she was like, "You having a baby?" He was like, "Yeah, you want one too?"
They had Mikazuki play the role of a savage perfect in that anime. I ain't even gonna lie.
Perfect. Like there's no better savage. Like just like the embodiment of like, oh, like I'm supposed to kill you, so pop out. Like, you're out of here. Like,
yeah, do we have a list anywhere or no?
A list of what?
I don't know anything. Oh, for any topics? Or no, we just.
We're mostly going off the cuff.
That man Noxie in chat ready to fight with us trying to.
He said Chopper Monster mascot.
Bro, bring that nigga in here.
Hey, Noxie, join
Noxie, you trying to join?
Channel.
Oh man.
Look, we might as well kick Johns out. He ain't saying not one word.
I know that nigga been dead weight.
They carrying that nigga to the finish line.
Damn.
Bro, we don't.
One
of these days, we're
gonna get you on a feature one of these.
No. I'm joking about Chopper. Chopper does a lot of shit, but like he's been pretty boring.
No, he has not been doing shit recently. I'm not taking that back.
Man, that's all I have to say.
Hero wants to smoke.
Like even like I don't know. I watch a lot of reviewers too. And don't do shit. You just be there.
Yep. Like I said, post time skip, Chopper became
I need another emotional scene from Chopper.
You said Chopper became a crybaby.
Okay, but the problem
he's always a crybaby though.
The problem I have with that,
Chopper's like 5 years old. He's a little kid
all the time.
He's like a teenager now, but I just want to see Chopper do more than just doctor shit. Like contribute more, at least like contribute to the story in some way. Have some like interesting dialogue at least, but that nigga's just either being a pussy or doing doctor shit.
Pre-time
Noxie got an essay rolling out. Look at him typing.
Pre-time skip, he had that fight with Usopp in Alabasta. He was defending the ship in that Skypiea from the Archer dude. Like he had so many different interesting roles or situations pre-time skip. Post-time skip, it hasn't happened yet.
That's what I'm saying is like everyone has a moments and times that they're best for a certain situation.
I'm just saying it's been a long time since that nigga's had any shine. So
just like that nigga Sanji.
Sanji's doing dope though.
I swear I hate you.
Oh yeah, you really about to get knocked typing. Oh yeah, I'm out here.
Sanji had a whole arc and he flopped. So let's not even go there.
Oh man.
Bino, I swear I hate you for what you just added me in.
I can't wait for this Noxie essay.
It was a joke.
You dirty finger bastard.
Y'all have any agendas? Like anything y'all been on the past couple weeks in terms of like watching anime?
I'm watching Bleach, and every single clip I post gets 100 likes. So these Bleach fans are coming out the woodworks.
I recently got my subscription for Verve, so I've been watching One Piece nonstop.
Watching Monogatari. Don't listen to the people about the lolly shit. Monogatari is heat. There's like 9 parts, and that shit is beautiful.
I just rewatched the Star Wars prequels. That shit really hit.
Oh, we talking Star Wars? Hey, look, let me tell y'all niggas something.
Hold up,
Let me
John,
tell you
speak.
something. I still have
Wait, you said what, Days?
What, man?
I still have yet to see the new shit.
Hey, John, what agendas you pushing, dog?
Yeah, no, I will say about the new movie.
That was my fault, y'all. I forgot that people can't talk in here unless they had a role.
Oh, John couldn't talk. Oh, wow.
I haven't seen the new movie yet,
John,
but
tell us what your agendas. Tell us your agenda.
I will say about the new movie. It's a good movie, but I feel
it never changing, man. You know.
Bro, do not say fairy tale, bro.
It did
more
to. It did a better job of wrapping everything up than it did doing.
Oh, yeah, we gotta chop. We gotta chop her essay.
Damn, dude, they trying to tell me about the fucking movie and shit. Y'all heard talk.
We got Noxy content. Hold on.
This nigga not listening to shit.
Look, bro, Noxy content is important around here.
No, it was just weird because like that was one of the few like wrap up type of movie series or in movies that was supposed to wrap up a chapter of stuff, and I left the theater kind of like I was just like I don't know what to really talk
what
about.
were they wrapping up? There was no story. Like it was all over the place.
Yeah, no. I mean, just to wrap up the whole Anakin, Luke, the Skywalker saga bit. That's all I mean by that. Not the individual, the new gen characters.
I'm gonna be honest.
Robin.
Robin don't do shit.
I haven't seen the latest movie. I can see where he's coming from because like the sequels literally seem like. They seem kind of useless. If we're keeping it a buck, like
super useless.
Yeah.
Like
I will say that.
Let's look at Rey. Let's look at fucking Kylo. First off, Rey's some random. Like literally, she's fucking random as shit.
And she's the most powerful Jedi we've ever seen with no training at all.
Yeah. Like literally, bro. Fucking Kylo is a Darth Vader fucking stan, right? And it's like, bro, it's like, first off, obviously, right? This isn't a story about like light and darkness, right? Obviously, but I feel like the way they built these characters is not supposed to be that way, but they forced them into those roles. You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
like,
and I will say that for the second movie in their little trilogy, I didn't like how their characters are kind of just like there. And one of the things that I wanted for Rey to really happen was to have some sort of this specific dynamic that I won't say now because it's kind of a spoiler, but it was a specific dynamic that I wanted Rey to have, and the information you find out about her being a quote unquote random, it's like whoa, like it's really cool. It's really I will say that I like what they did with that.
I feel like I feel like, bro, it's just like in the Last Jedi would have been way better if they literally just let Kylo and Rey explore the areas of the gray. If they would have did that, right, and then allowed them to sit there and pick their sides, like, okay, well, I want to devote my the Force, devote my path to the light side or devote my path to the dark side, then that would have made sense. But it seemed like, I mean, I guess they kind of did that, but not really. If that makes any sense, it still seemed like kind of forced, I don't know.
The way the characters are, basically the direction that they're pushing the characters are like, they want them to seem. They do a good job of making them seem confused, like conflicted. And I like the way that they, because again, the last movie kind of.
But what does Rey have to be conflicted about? I don't understand.
Yeah, it's
her purpose. Literally, she's got fucking thrown into this weird ass light versus darkness fucking conflict.
She wanted to be in the mix. She wanted to be a Jedi her whole life. She's finally a Jedi. Like the fuck? Like what more purpose do you need?
Hey, bro, like, nah. When you look to think about it, it's like, yeah. I'll be thinking like, is the Force some type of like finite, not non-infinite thing? Because why every time there's less motherfuckers, they get stronger? Like if you notice from the original order going down, if you ever like look through the storyline, the more people they had, the weaker they were. And then when they get to less people, they were always the strongest of the group or the strongest in existence.
Well, all right. The reason why is because one, the Force tends to kind of like balance out itself. Hence why there's always a couple of anomalies that occur, which is like Anakin, obviously.
Right.
Rey is another one of those anomalies to like balance it out. But it honestly just comes down to the person and how many metachlorians they have in their body. You know.
Yep.
And I will say it just that whole Force balancing it out with the universe. It makes a lot of sense once you realize basically the background of Rey.
Yeah, I'm gonna see.
It makes
I'm
a
gonna see
lot
it,
of
and
sense.
I'll come back to you about this shit. But yeah, get back to Aizen thing. Yeah, that's basically kind of how like the Force works, you know. Also, the light side of the Force is typically weaker than the dark side.
Yeah.
Like the light side is just weaker, like overall. Unless like you're fucking Luke, Anakin, or fucking Rey, and you're just outright broken, like yeah, nigga, like there's only a handful of Jedi that will ever touch a Sith, you know, in a one-on-one. If we're keeping it a buck.
Well, the thing is that wasn't like that back in the old Republic. It didn't become like that until I forgot what's his name implemented the rule of only two. So
nah, I mean it kind of was like that.
It kind of was like that because you got to understand that the Jedi limit themselves in how and what aspects of the Force that they explore, whereas the Sith, all aspects of the Force are free to explore and like they can gain power in those ways.
Literally,
So,
but a lot of them only go to the dark side. That's the thing. It's like you
no,
gotta remember
a Sith can explore the dark
they were
and the light side
order
freely.
to begin with.
A Sith can explore the dark side and the light side freely.
Yeah, they're not bound. They're not really bound.
They don't usually choose to explore the light side.
Yeah, they don't choose to, but like, that's what happens. Like when they get so deep into the dark side that they're kind of forced to. Like they kind of get
right, because
they get taken over by the dark side.
Chancellor Palpatine was saying like, oh, you know, in order to be like a true master of the Force, you have to know all aspects of it. Like, and he was a Sith.
All aspects.
So
but,
like
that was the thing.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I hate you both.
There y'all niggas go again.
I'm just saying, as a Sith, he explored all aspects of the Force and he knew them. So even like it's not like he was just using primarily just only dark side shit. Like no, like it's just the Force in itself was just open to him. Whereas a Jedi would be like, you know, he wouldn't feed off his anger the way a Sith would to gain power.
Yeah,
or he would use
but
light
that's the problem. That's the problem as the Jedi got more down the line. Like during the Old Republic and before that, from the stories I read, because remember that the Sith and Jedi still came from the original same group. They just split off, but like you had people who were great Jedi and stuff way back then, and that wasn't a problem. It wasn't until like we started getting into Anakin's timeline or getting closer to Anakin timeline that they started going, okay, we doing a Jedi Order, we're siding with the Republic, all this yada yada yada.
I mean, even then though, like it was still kind of like that during the Old Republic era. Like, bro, like all right, some of the strongest Sith, actually no, literally the strongest Sith in history were originally Jedi. You know, they were Jedi, then they split off to the Sith. And even then, they still kind of like picked sides. Like regardless, like if you were a Jedi, you were with the Republic. If you were a Sith, you were always with the Empire or whatever. The Gray Jedi typically were the ones that never really picked sides. Most of the time, they were kind of just like, you know, floating off and doing whatever the fuck they wanted to do, you know.
Basically.
And it's like I don't know, like. But yeah, you are kind of right though in a sense to where like down the line, like the whole Gray Jedi thing did die off. Like I think during the Clone Wars, the only one of the only Gray Jedi that's actually known in existence after the Clone Wars and during the Clone Wars is Ahsoka. That's literally it, and maybe Mace Windu, but not really, because the only reason why I say maybe Mace Windu is because he fucking He uses like the dark like some dark side techniques in his fighting style, you know. So like you can kind of say he's leaning towards more of the gray area, but he's still aligned with the light.
That's because he's a black man and he's smart.
Yeah, literally.
I'm weak.
I would say Luke is more of a great Jedi in the sequel trilogy.
I mean, there's plenty
Luke.
of Siths that renounce the dark side and join Jedi, so it's equal on both ends.
I don't know.
Who are they?
But that was honestly
Caliph Yor, Darth Gravid.
If we're being honest, well, I mean, a lot of those novels aren't really canon anymore. But
hey, look, we're not worried about Disney canon line, nigga.
Canon, motherfucker.
I was gonna say main storyline. Those have not been mentioned, but
I mean, Darth. Well, yeah, no, actually no. Who is it? Fuck. What was that one episode? Because I know the Clone Wars is actually canon. Who was that one? Was it Fuck. Remember that episode when Anakin had went to a dark I think it was a Korriban.
Okay.
And he had met open up a fucking Sith holocron or some shit like that, or he met somebody's fucking spirit. I forgot.
Oh, you're talking about the
anime.
You're talking about the anime series. You're not talking about the movies. I'm talking about the movies. The only Sith Lord that has ever turned good in the movies is Vader.
Oh, in the
movies?
That's it. Oh, in the movies, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Vader's the only one.
Are we only gonna talk about the movies, or are we gonna talk about?
I was just talking about the. I was talking about.
canon. Shit, nah. I was just talking about Sith Lords that were canon in general. We talking about two different things. My bad.
Yeah, canon material, and I'm pretty sure the Clone Wars anime series is canon because
it is canon.
Yeah. So, but
I mean, that's supposed to be canon. A lot of the games were supposed to be canon, but Disney canonized a whole lot of stuff. So
yeah, nah. The only thing that's still canon.
Real Star Wars fans don't go off Disney. Fuck them niggas.
yeah, fuck Disney.
Fuck Disney, bro. On some real shit, fuck Disney. Hey, yo, did y'all know? Speaking of Disney, bro, did y'all know that the fucking rat from Ratatouille?
Y'all been reading chat?
No, nigga. Go ahead, Dave. What were you saying?
Nah, I said, did y'all niggas ever know? So all right, so somebody told me this yesterday. They said that the rat from Ratatouille, right, was based off of a true story, and the rat was actually a black man.
What?
Yeah.
That would actually make a lot of sense, nigga.
It would make a whole lot of sense because black people are always talented in all areas, and the white man gets recognition for it. But
it wasn't what that nigga took
seasoning for the first time. Hell yeah, boy.
It makes sense too. Like, think about it. Like, oh yeah, you're a rat. You can't touch the fucking food. Black man can't touch the food. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit mind boggled me, bro. I was like, oh shit. I was like, Disney's fucked up.
Y'all think about it. Y'all think a white man came with all them seasons? Hell no.
I'm on my whole shit right now, bro.
That was that Uncle Johnny throwing down in the back of the kitchen.
Think about this, my brother. Listen to me. As you can see, through ages, Disney's always been talking about a bunch of fuck. I don't even know I'm going. Fuck it. I'm not going there.
Disney actually has been making the most like fucked up movies for the longest time. You actually think about the context of what they're symbolizing in their films and then where they get their ideas from. It's always something really, really dark.
They switch around the road dark folklore and turn it to some type of fantasy.
Jerome Riley, I see you with your comment talking about not just white but French white. Yep.
But no, yeah, that's all I got to say about the movie. It just was a movie that I walked out of theaters and I didn't really know what to say because it was like it wrapped up all the old things that needed to be closed in terms of the Skywalker like saga. But I guess as far as the new characters go, I love the development that some of the some of the new characters had. But at the same time, I was kind of like, as a story for the new. Like as a story for the new characters, it kind of was like, you kind of just accepted it because they did their job in wrapping up the Skywalker saga. So that's I guess that's the thing.
Characters were not utilized to their full potential. Yeah, I don't know what level of development they can receive in like a 2-hour window of a movie that's not even really focusing on them.
Exactly. But that's my because what they managed to do. It was like there's a lot like if this well y'all can't even see my hand if if 5 was like the minimum that they needed to reach to wrap up the main character stuff, they hit the 5, or it was like a 4 point
like 9.
4 point 4.9 4.8 of wrapping up the new character's story.
That's
So
a dude.
and most of that was due to wrapping up the Skywalker saga. So that's
What do
why
y'all
that's
what do
why
y'all think the next trilogy is going to be about? Like, do y'all have any like headcanon of what you feel like the direction
Is
they can
there
go
going to
in?
be a next trilogy? Because they
Yeah,
fucked up
apparently.
with
It's
this
already
one.
been announced.
So yeah, my own
Oh,
theories on that. I will
Lord.
say in the new film there is no like end card, end card is talking about some giving a hint to what happens next. So the only hint that we can really go off of in my theorizing is episode 8, where y'all remember the scene of the little boy like using the force to grab the broom and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that was just like foreshadowing that there's going to be a new rise of just kids with using the force and stuff, or
More force-centered people.
yeah, besides just Jedi. And I feel like that is probably going to be the next series of the next direction of the series, basically.
I'm thinking Old Republic, bro. That's what I'm going with. They have to, bro. They have to.
I see those being like side stories and not part of like an actual trilogy.
And the only other thing I can think of is
If they did make a trilogy, that would be lit though.
I've only watched the first episode of The Mandalorian, but the quote unquote Baby Yoda, I think that this is going to be the first ever besides I guess the Clone Wars. I think this is going to be like the first ever I guess canon TV show, besides like I said, besides the anime series for Clone Wars that I'm aware of, that they're actually going to make however this story ends is going to lead into some characters from this show being in the next trilogy or whatever. Like I can see
if they did a trilogy about like Revan, because apparently Revan was confirmed canon in this last movie.
Oh my God! If they do a trilogy on Revan, that's going to be crazy. You are talking about the Sith Lord who was a Jedi, who went to the Sith, who changed and went back to the Jedi, who changed and went back to the Sith, who was the overlord, the overseer of the fucking wars, and was tearing shit up. Bro, if we get that in a film, especially with the technology that is now, because even though the last 3 movies are pretty garbage when it comes to stories, the CGI effects are beautiful as fuck, and we did not get that with the first 6 movies, because the first 6 movies we didn't have the technology for it. So if the next 3 movies are on Revan and we are getting the CGI power that we are capable of, bro, I'm telling you that's going to be the greatest set of films in Star Wars history. Everybody will love them for what it is. Even if the story gets messed up, if the effects is there, we're going to rave, bro.
Look, I agree with what you're saying, but let's not sleep on Revenge of the Sith, dog. That movie looked incredible.
Okay, Revenge of the Sith, yes. Revenge of the Sith was good, but that's because Revenge of the Sith came out in like 2006.
Yeah, 2005, 2006.
So the technology was starting to be there. But y'all, oh my God, if we get Revan, I'm going to start crying.
I ain't gonna lie, nut, nigga. Like on me, I nut. But
pause,
bro. Revan, literally, all they have to do is just follow the story. They just follow the storyline that was already pre-established, right? And if they want, they can make some slight tweaks because there was like some problems with the original story, but that's fine. Just some minor tweaks. But as long as they don't like completely change the events that occurred, then we'll be fine.
It will be gas.
And if they do Revan's story for the next trilogy, they should also remaster both of the Knights of the Old Republic games, so we can get an HD
I just want to say
of that classic action.
Bino, your tweet that you tweeted out for Superior, they get a single like.
Oh my God,
that's because Bino weak.
That shit didn't get a single like.
What about as far as like side stories or like alternate stories? Like think like Solo or like Rogue One. Like, what do y'all want to see on that?
I want to
Solo's
see.
fucking garbage.
I want to see what. I want to see
I
the
didn't watch
whole
Solo.
rise of I want to see the whole rise of I mean the fall of Luke Skywalker. I want to see the whole him training up Kylo
Nah,
and then
I
him
don't
going
want
to
to
the
see
dark
that.
side.
Well, do we really want a whole movie dedicated to that? Like, what is?
No.
I don't.
I just
don't.
want to see that in between period. And I know that
It
would
would
be
it would be
difficult.
look. It would be nice if we got like maybe a short special on it.
Right. As far as the whole movie is concerned, at that point, Luke has, defeated the Emperor, usurped the Empire, or, cast it down. I'm sure there's probably remnants of the Empire after that happened that they have to kind of fight off and quell. But
Yeah.
other than that, like, what is he really doing that's worth, like, making a whole 2-hour film about?
Yeah, and that's why I said I think I would just want to see Kylo.
They could easily make a trilogy of him, like his first being a child, going through being a Jedi, turning to Sith, because he's been in like 3-4 different actual wars.
You talking about Luke?
Oh no, I thought we were still talking about Reverend.
No.
I was about to say, like, what you mean you can't make no movies on Reverend?
No, come on, Luke.
I was about to say, Rambo. I'm like, I mean, we kind of just dedicated 9 movies to Luke. Like,
we need to get a whole trilogy of him as a child. I'm like, Nick, that was the first trilogy, nigga.
Look, bro, I'm thinking because he's been through like 3-4 big wars in like the turning points of history.
Well, yeah, no, of course, Rambo.
So,
that's why the trilogies for Revan would be an amazing thing. We already
That
know
shit
that.
gonna go on for
We're
20
talking
years,
about Luke right now.
bro, because we'll get to see so many people like Dark Malik. We'll get to see fucking
we get to see
Mandalore. If y'all think Mandalorian is fire now,
Mandalore.
the actual Mandalore, the leader of the Mandalorians when they were at their prime.
That would be lit.
The Mandalorian vitiate.
Because Reverend fought him to the death. So
then he got bit by vitiate right after. But I want to see vitiate on screen, bro. Like literally. If
you want to see what?
Vitiate, the Emperor, like the Eternal Emperor.
Yeah.
Like nigga, like bro. Oh my god, I want to see that nigga on screen so bad, bro. Like I can only imagine because the shit that he did, bro, that he accomplished, bro. Imagine seeing that shit on that nigga's pure evil. Like, bro, he literally drained a whole fucking planet just to become immortal.
Right. I want to see.
Man, look.
I want to see like them make Bane canon again, and like see Darth Bane do some shit. Because I'm pretty sure he was the one who established the rule of 2, right?
Yeah, he is canon. He's canon.
That's kind of who I want to see more of, and like that nigga's rise to power and like the things that he was doing and whatnot.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing a Palpatine movie.
That too. I
wouldn't mind that. I want to see Palpatine dusty ass.
No, seriously,
I want to see that.
All right, his
hate
story,
that
his story hasn't really been like fleshed out like that. Like I want to see Plagueis, right? I want to see I want to see the events that led up to Palpatine becoming, a Sith and shit. I want to see his nigga train.
Kill him.
Yeah, like I want to see
kill him.
Because
that nigga was nasty. I hated Palpatine.
Palpatine, the thing about Palpatine is like
good Annie.
Yeah, even though he's like that, like the final like evil fucking emperor or whatever. I still feel like he deserves it just because he plays that critical role,
Right.
Like, yeah, the prequels, like, they did that, right? But I want to see what made him become a Sith, like what the fuck did he go through? Who is Plagueis? Like, yeah, there's a book about Plagueis and shit, but like we never seen him in the movies. I want to see that ugly ass nigga. That nigga ugly as shit, bro.
I don't think him is like to me he beat, but like he isn't even really stronger than his mat. It's a weird thing. It's like
who Plagueis?
He's not. Yes, Plagueis is definitely one of like the most evil, scheming, knows a shit ton. But on terms of 1-on-1, he beat his master by poisoning him because he couldn't beat him in a straight up fight. So it's like,
right.
Oh, you mean Palpatine?
Yes.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
Sidious.
hold on,
That's
wait a
Darth
minute.
Vader.
Wait, no. We talking about that's old Palpatine, nigga. We not talking about fucking current Palpatine, nigga. Current Palpatine broken. But of course, nigga,
What?
Palpatine,
All
bro,
right, dog.
nigga, Palpatine is the
Get
strongest
him.
Sith of all time.
That's highly debatable.
The strongest?
It's
Highly
stated to be the
debatable.
strongest
The
Sith of all time.
strongest.
Yes, the strongest Sith of all time, nigga. Especially if we're going off of fucking Legends Palpatine at that, or comics Palpatine in general.
Okay. If Palpatine is the strongest Sith of all time, why is he trash in every single Star Wars game that he's playable in? Literally, this nigga is garbage. He's the worst character to play as.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I mean,
Bro,
we talking about the comics.
look, this is how bad he is. When you play Force Unleashed on PSP and you unlock his costume, it's just a skin. There's nothing special about it. But as soon as I put the skin on and played as the Emperor, nigga, I immediately was garbage at the game. I died every 5 minutes.
Nigga, that's because you're ass.
Garbage. No, I'm not ass because I beat the whole game. I beat the game multiple times. He is so garbage that in every game he has representation. Listen, every game he has representation in, he is hot garbage. He is the Chance the Rapper album. He is hot garbage.
All right, bro,
okay,
we're not gonna do is we're not going.
Palpatine is garbage, bro, and he dusty crusty as hell. All right,
I won't call him the strongest.
Sound like he got 2 acorns in his fucking throat. All right?
Let's
that nigga sucks squirrel nuts.
Let's look at his actual abilities and comparative to other people. Lightsaber, dueling. That nigga was weaker than Mace Windu.
What? Okay.
Yes, bro.
Okay. Wait. Stop.
Come on now.
Okay. First off, we're talking about the same exact Palpatine, right? That whooped Yoda's ass, nigga. Yoda
if he couldn't use no, Tom, I'm not even gonna let you slander Yoda like this. If he was not in that room using his space to his advantage, he loses that fight.
Nigga, Palpatine was the master of all 7 fucking forms, bro.
Y'all still talking about Star Wars?
As a Force user, Anakin was stronger than him. So, that's off rip.
As a Force user, Anakin was stronger than him?
Yes.
Hell no.
Do you not realize the only reason why Darth Vader probably could have beat him in a straight up. But the only reason why Darth Vader was lower than him is because he was like 75% unorganic.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying I'm talking about Anakin at that time, bro. Anakin at that time.
Deus, listen to this, bro. Anakin as a kid had a higher midi-chlorian count than Yoda at the time.
No, duh. Anakin is mainly fucking metachlorian. What I'm saying
Anakin is one of the strongest Force users of all time in the universe.
Before I
That's why he was such an important, pivotal character in all of the Star Wars stories. Anakin was the chosen one.
Yes,
no, duh.
Chosen one.
My nigga, I get that, but what I'm saying is Anakin at that time. First of all, the nigga lost to the high ground. But anyway, Anakin at that time, right?
He said he lost in the eyebrow.
That nigga Anakin can manipulate anything else in the Force, but he cannot manipulate that damn high ground, nigga. I don't want to hear shit.
I'm crying.
Anyways, at that time, nigga, Anakin was not. Damn, Yoda lost on the high ground too. Hold on. Damn, these niggas.
Because you was not finna slander Mace.
Look, Yoda goated, but Yoda even said it himself. He's not powerful enough to beat fucking Palpatine, bro.
He told Obi-Wan that Obi-Wan wasn't powerful enough to beat him. That's why he was
neither was Yoda,
exactly.
nigga.
You misquoted.
Bro. Like we talking about like Yoda was already reaching the end of his life.
Yes,
like especially when we're talking about how old this nigga is. Like the nigga died. The nigga straight up sat down and died inside Luke's movie. So he obviously was already at the way past.
Bro, that was like 20 years later, though, bro. Like
I just want to say
the prequel. We were talking about the prequel.
Over 1,000. Yoda lived for over 1,000 years. 20 years is nothing in his lifetime. His prime had to be at least probably before Palpatine was even born. Like.
No, Anakin could have completely bodied.
Look, this nigga Yoda straight up laid down and turned into dust because he was so old. 20 years is not gonna make a difference.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like in the prequels, if you put Yoda if you switch Yoda and Mace, Yoda does the same thing Mace does and waxes Palpatine. Like what?
Right.
Exactly.
Like you cannot
And
sit
then
here and say he
even
doesn't.
so, if
First
we
off,
gonna
my
argue
nigga
and say Yoda
Palpatine
can't beat Palpatine, Palpatine still got beat by Mace Windu, and Yoda's stronger than Mace Windu.
actually
Actually,
he threw
no,
that fight.
Mace
No,
is the
he
strongest
sensed
Jedi,
Anakin
but
coming and he threw that fucking fight.
He didn't throw the fight.
who
Yes,
threw the
he
Why would he
fight?
did.
throw the fight?
He
Why would he
Mace
throw?
didn't
Where are
throw the
you getting
fight.
these
Luke,
facts?
all right,
Where are
hold
you
on,
getting
he
these
was
hold
already
on.
on the
Luke,
ground.
who is
wow.
stronger? Luke, who is stronger than Anakin, right? Lost the fucking Palpatine who used just his fucking Force lightning, nigga.
That nigga caught him unawares. What do you mean?
And mind you,
There's
mind you,
context
did
behind
run
that.
straight
There's
up on him,
context
and there's a
behind him
lot of
losing
context
that.
He
behind it.
literally was trying to be sneaky, and he literally said, "Oh my," he was pretending. He didn't throw the fight. He was just sitting there chilling. Like he lost. Like like
Wait a minute,
Mace
Hero,
was
did you
literally
say
about to
Mace
kill
Windu is
him.
the strongest Jedi?
Yeah, that nigga was the
he's
strongest
the
Jedi
second
Let's go,
strongest
Black
Jedi.
man. That's what I'm talking about. Purple lightsaber for life. All right.
Nah, I mean, yeah, he's the second. I'm not debating that shit at
Hey
all.
man, when that stormtrooper punched Baby Yoda, was that real?
Yeah.
That shit was.
That's canon. That's canon.
I haven't even
Bro,
watched
that
the
shit,
show. I
shit
just
out
saw
of
bro,
the
Baby
I
Yoda.
clip.
That shit
That had
laughed.
me
top
I
five.
crying.
laughed for a good 10 minutes, bro. That came out of
That
nowhere.
had me crying. He's
That
straight.
nigga
He
said, "Ah,
Billy whopped his
bitch."
ass.
No, honestly,
Like,
that was the most
Mink, mink.
satisfying thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't know what it
That
was
shit
about
was
it.
hilarious, bro.
that shit had
I
me
was like, what's about to
crying.
happen?
I was like, Disney didn't did a good job with that. That had me crying.
That shit was funny as fuck. He said, "Ah," he punched the fuck out of him.
Bitch.
Anyways, right? All right, hold on. Let's talk about
No. Let's move on. Fuck all that. I want to
Niggas getting tired
participate.
of Star Wars talk, nigga.
I want to participate.
Watch Star Wars.
Too
Negro.
retarded.
Yeah, let's talk about them animes that ain't
No,
good.
nigga, we're talking about Star Wars right now, nigga.
It's Star
No,
Wars.
no.
nigga.
Let's talk about them.
Dude really
talk
try
about
to
the-
Palpatine is
play.
getting washed by
Let's talk about
Anakin.
the manga that ain't good animes.
Hey, look, bro. The fans in the chat asking about what's with the new yellow lightsabers, bro. I don't know. We gotta talk
What?
about
There
it.
Yellow
ain't no in the
lightsabers.
chat.
What the fuck are y'all
Lying
talking
ass
about?
nigga.
What, bro? What do you mean? Look in live chat right now.
Nigga, is this
I
a
don't see
spoiler
shit.
for the movie, nigga? I'm
There's
out.
nothing
I'm
in
out.
there.
I'm out.
What?
I don't
Y'all
know.
niggas have one night.
Hey, look, chill out. I don't even know, dog. I was just reading off the chat.
There ain't shit in the chat.
There's nothing in the chat.
Yes, there. No, bro. What are you talking about? Have y'all not read the live chat?
Bro,
I'm looking at it right there. And there's nothing in it.
He said
Jerome
originally Jedi
Jerome
Council
Riley
was the
just
first
said
to
something at
experiment
828.
with lightsaber crystal.
8:28, bro. It's
Exactly.
11:20 now. Oh.
You stupid. Shut up.
No, but I still
Yo,
don't see it.
look, Hero, is this spoiler inbound? Because if it is, I'm about to do.
Look, I don't even know.
Hey,
Because
we ain't talking about that shit no more.
I see.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even know what he's talking about. So
There's so
I was
much other
asking
shit
y'all
we
because
can
I thought
talk
y'all
about.
knew.
Yeah,
Come on.
that's no talking about the new movie. I'm just saying Palpatine is getting bodied by Anakin, and there's no debate.
Alright, we get it.
So Anakin, right? Back in Revenge of the Sith.
Yes.
Yes,
beating
prequels. He is
stronger than him.
murking. He is murking.
Absolutely
like that's
murking.
not even a question. Like
Nigga.
Like
Nah,
Anakin
bro.
lost the high ground, but that nigga's mental state at the time was unbalanced. Like one, he just turned to the dark side, so that internal struggle was still going on inside of him. He
was
just
super
took the
raging
shit out
because
of
Shody
Padme.
was like,
You know,
literally, you know it's true because literally in that final slash, Obi-Wan says, "Don't do it," and he jumps up anyway, full rage.
right?
He literally knew he was not about to do that. Whatever move
It was
he was trying to do.
It was his arrogance and pride on the line that made him do that. Like his hubris. So like,
But Obi-Wan still did it to Darth Maul. Yeah.
Bro, this nigga Palpatine literally created fucking 4 storms. He could create 4 storms that fucking ravage the galaxy from the other side of the fucking galaxy. Literally.
By the way, though, there is some new canon. Apparently, this nigga Palpatine is Anakin's father.
Oh yeah, I peeped that.
Wait,
right?
What?
Yeah. Palpatine, because you know Palpatine. He told Anakin about the Sith, who he learned to use the Force to create life, and that he taught everything he knew to his student. And apparently, that nigga Palpatine used the midichlorians to create Anakin.
yeah,
Like, bro, this nigga, like, Palpatine is so broken. Like, for
Anakin apparently looks just like Palpatine when he was younger.
Oh my God! Oh
Right.
no!
He didn't actually physically
Oh
impregnate her. He used the force to create life inside of her.
Oh, I thought that was just a
no! I feel
natural
so
thing
bad
that
for
occurred. That's
Anakin. That means if
crazy.
Anakin grew, if Anakin grew organically, he ended up looking like a fucking turd.
So he's not. So okay.
Oh
So
my
he's not.
God!
He's not
No.
technically.
So
He's not technically
he's
his
not really his
Wait a minute. So
biological
yeah, he's
father.
not his biological
Palpatine is
father,
Luke's
Okay.
granddaddy.
He's not like his biological father, but
Yeah.
he did use
it's
the
not about a
force.
lot. It's more like he used the power
He
of the force
created.
to pretty
He
much.
played the act of God and tried to and created Anakin.
Right. He basically just used the force to create life inside of Shmi.
Palpatine look like he got anal fissures in his.
My thing is like,
bro.
how did that nigga even like find her? Like, he just found some
Because
random ass woman
Palpatine
on
looked like a
Tatooine and
tumor.
like,
That's what.
you know
That's
what? I'm
crazy.
gonna just go ahead and impregnate this girl. Why not?
Oh my God!
Like, look, all right. Let me
See,
explain something, y'all.
Dude, he's not winning
Palpatine
that
said,
fight.
"We don't about to
Nigga,
What are you saying, Dave?
Palpatine's force storms were literally so fucking strong that it ripped a hole in the space-time continuum, my nigga.
Well, what I'm telling you is, in the movie canon,
He said, "What I'm telling you is."
Palpatine doesn't do all
Nigga,
of
he
that.
even in the movie, nigga, still no. Like
But look,
Palpatine was
how
that
was he that
nigga in the
strong? But he
movie.
lost to Mace Windu.
He didn't lose to Mace Windu, nigga.
Yes,
He lost to
did.
him. What do you
He
mean?
did.
He
He did
lost.
not.
He literally. Hold on. Let me go get
Dez,
some
I just
screenshots.
watched that movie like
Okay,
4 hours ago. How are you gonna tell me?
well, look.
Nigga, he
Well,
didn't.
look.
Nigga, he threw the fucking fight. Nigga, it was to
Nah,
fucking bait
bro.
Anakin to the dark side.
That nigga
Oh,
was getting his
time
ass
out.
whooped."
He threw.
No, that was not bait. He took
If you
lightning to the
want to
face
bring
and
up,
got
hold
deformed.
on. If you want to bring up shit like that, like way outside, then Palpatine is only second strongest because Azar Kun is the first.
XR Kun?
He got a
Yes.
point.
He's
He
not.
got a point.
Yes, he is.
He's not.
He is there. He's
All
talking out your
right,
neck
no,
right now,
you
bro.
really.
Nigga, XR
Okay,
Kun is not stronger than
look.
fucking Palpatine. Nigga, Palpatine is literally the strongest Sith of all time.
Oh my gosh, dog.
He
You
not,
really?
but okay. I'ma just let you, keep doing
Nigga,
you, bruh.
literally
But
everything
look,
that XR
anyway,
Kun,
Superior Family,
literally
your boy
everything
gotta
that
go.
XR Kun can do,
I want y'all
Palpatine
to be
can do
safe.
better.
Fans be safe.
It's the
Deus's
truth.
favorite
How,
Sith
all right, how
character
am I wrong?
is a
Nigga, how am
walking
I wrong?
squirrel
It's
sack.
facts.
But
Nigga,
on
listen,
that note, I'll
Squirrel
go.
Palpatine
sack.
literally, bro, the
Love
comments
y'all.
literally
Deuces.
stated
Alright,
that
Shaun, peace out,
Palpatine has
my
perfected
nigga.
every single fucking dark side move in the known history, my nigga. Everything. He perfected it. Force
Get this nigga outta
Wait,
here.
who just left?
Sean just said he was
Oh,
leaving.
okay.
Left. He had
Oh,
to.
all right.
That's another reason why I can't believe he threw the fight, because he walks in there with like 3 other Jedi, so he just kills
Nigga,
the
he
other
fucking
3.
You saw how fast he killed those fucking Jedi, bro?
But
They're fodder compared to Windu.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Windu slick fire.
Like, bro, Palpatine got literally deformed by the lightning attack. Why would he take that just to turn Anakin?
You said no.
Like,
That's not the reason why he was already deformed. Like when
no, he wasn't.
Oh, he wasn't. No,
yes,
he wasn't.
he was, bro. There's
He
all right.
didn't
So
start.
basically,
He literally
no.
didn't.
Basically, there's this move, right? Called fucking like I think it's called Sith Mask or some shit, right? And it's a force move. Basically, it's mainly used by like people who have completely, been engrossed by the dark side of the force, right? And what happens is they use the force, right, to kind of like mask their actual physical appearance, right? So basically, when the lightning struck back on him, it revealed like his true appearance. That wasn't him deformed. That's just actually like how that nigga looks. Because like when their lightning gets so fucking strong.
Where are you getting this information from?
That's what I'm saying.
Nigga.
This is my headcanon.
Just Lord. It's not headcanon, nigga. It's actually Lord, nigga.
Well,
I'm going off canon material, which is just the movies.
Like
and
the movie, that's canon. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's canon, nigga. All that shit is canon. Everything, all that
canon,
shit,
but it was never said in the movies, though.
Yeah, never. Like
it does, bro. But what I'm saying, all this shit ties into the movies, is what I'm saying. All that is canon. You can't just be like, oh yeah, well it didn't happen in the movie, so the rest is canon. Like,
all I'm saying is, if you're saying it comes from lore, you got to provide some facts. Like, drop some links. Let me go read myself. Like
this nigga, bro. All right.
I'm just saying, like, that nigga Mace handled that nigga.
Yes,
He
he
didn't,
literally,
bro. Y'all can literally look this shit up.
he literally could
I'm
have
about
killed him
to.
right there, bro. He literally is. I'm literally watching this man Sidious just
It's
Alright,
simply
beg for
with
his
alcohol.
life.
so what? So you saying pretty much what Jedi is beating Palpatine in your opinion?
You said what Jedi is beating Palpatine?
Yes.
None of them, besides fucking Luke or Anakin.
So if you think Luke or Anakin is beating them, how do you think?
Exactly. Thank you.
Palpatine?
Especially
It
not
took
even.
the
Not,
combined
I don't
effort
know.
of Luke and all his students to be Exar Kun. So how you saying?
I could even let
Nigga, it
Anakin
literally
slide.
took
But as soon
all.
as you
It
say
literally
Luke,
took all of the dead Jedi. Palpatine was so strong after death that it literally took all of the dead Jedi just to keep this nigga in prison from fucking coming back to life.
Okay, well,
Every
all
single
those
dead
niggas,
Jedi in
like,
history.
I'm weak.
again, not in the movies.
Neither is the
I'm
whole
weak.
XR Coon shit. It's like,
I mean,
Anakin's
but that's.
is
I
the
mean, I would
strongest
say
Sith.
they had the same case, but whatever.
You said what?
I would say they had the same case because if he's saying that Anakin and Luke is the only people beating Palpatine, then if it took Luke plus all of his fucking little Jedi students that he had at the time he fought Exar Kun to fucking get rid of
I
this
mean, nigga,
nigga,
it took
then
Luke and Vader to beat fucking Palpatine, and the nigga still survived. Like,
not really. That nigga Luke wasn't even. I wouldn't even say he was really doing anything. Luke was mainly fighting Vader. The fuck.
Right. It was Palpatine killing Luke, and then Vader just stepped in and killed Palpatine.
And that's what I'm saying. I can let the whole Anakin beat him Palpatine, obviously slide. But when you say Luke, and when you can sit here and say Luke can beat him, but Yoda can't, cut that out.
Luke is regarded as one of, if not the strongest fucking Jedi in history.
As far as the movies go,
But if you want to say that after fucking Anakin saved his ass and everything else, he became one of the strongest. But not at that time, no.
That's what I'm saying.
Even then, he still was like, nigga, like, bro, like he was, my nigga.
Okay,
bro. The movies does not do a good job of like representing a lot of these niggas' force power for what they really were. If we're keeping
but Anakin's force powers during that time when he fought Palpatine was way less than his force powers when he's older. So
like all of these niggas were severely nerfed in the movie. And honestly, until recently, they haven't really started like showing these niggas actual like force capabilities until like the fucking sequels. Hence the whole Leia fucking surviving, the whole fucking getting thrown out into space shit, like and all that extra shit. Like
I just can't sit here and believe that Yoda could not beat Palpatine. I just
especially
can't.
when we talking about Yoda himself as a race, the nigga was using the force to make his physical strength that big. Like
that's literally his fighting style. Like that's literally his fighting style. As he floats in the air and dude, I can't. Literally,
like Yoda legit has no actual physical backing behind him. That's all force power.
That's what and you're saying he can't beat Palpatine when Mace literally shut him down?
Palpatine is a master of every single force Sith art, nigga. Every single force art in general. He mastered all 7 styles of saber combat, nigga.
Being a master doesn't mean you're a master over everyone else.
Nigga, he's perfected almost every single move.
I mean, but yeah, your point's still invalid because that's like
how is my point still invalid yet Yoda still lost to Palpatine? I'm confused. Like
because listen.
I mean,
that's why I'm saying.
Lost the voodoo,
That's why I'm literally enforcing the fact that if Palpatine was not basically keeping his distance as a means of safety against Yoda, he because literally during that whole fight in that little area, that's what he was doing. He was throwing stuff at Yoda. Like their class a little bit that he keep his distance, throw stuff at Yoda. That's
run away like a bitch.
Like
nigga, all that means is Yoda is fucking weaker than Palpatine then.
Bro, what?
No,
Bro, you're using...
Yes, that does.
Okay, using context against Mace Windu. Oh, he wasn't trying. But when Yoda fights Palpatine, you using it... Like, what, bro? You just use...
Yeah, you can't really, like, throw context to your own...
What are you
like...
talking about?
You're
there's
throwing
different
context to further your point for each one.
All right, for example, Mace Windu pulled up.
You're not using context for Palpatine fighting Yoda, but you're using context to try to
let me explain you. All right, let me explain you the complete context of both situations. Okay, Mace Windu pulled up on Palpatine, right, with 10 other fucking Jedi masters.
It was
like
three or.
Nigga. Okay, so what?
It was like 3 or 4 people.
Hold on.
You said
so
10.
Plo Koon there, Kiado Mundi, right?
Them niggas were fodder to Palpatine. That's why he murked all of them.
Nigga, but they're fodder, but that's what I'm saying. Like, nigga, they're all on the Jedi Council, nigga.
Why didn't he murk Mace, huh?
Huh?
Why did he murk Mace Windu?
Nigga, because he saw the future, nigga. He wanted Anakin. He baiting Anakin to join the fucking dark side, nigga.
But no, that's another. That's
okay,
another point
what if
that's
it failed?
invalid because
Mace
still,
literally murks and kills him.
He could have killed off Mace Windu. If he was stronger, he could have killed off Mace Windu and used the same dialogue that he used.
Bro,
if the Jedi Order finds out about this, we're gonna be in trouble. And Anakin would have been confused and would have been like, yeah, like he still would have.
Like Anakin already passed the threshold. That nigga was already there.
No, exactly. I mean he really wasn't.
He murdered little kids, bro. He murdered.
That was after the fucking shit with
children.
With Mace. That was after the shit with
Mace. Because if anything, Anakin would have been like, oh my gosh, Mace Windu was the strongest Jedi or one of the strongest Jedi, and he still lost. Maybe I should come to the dark side for power to save my freaking girl. He probably would have came to that conclusion after seeing that.
No, not really, nigga.
It is
bro,
very logical to think that.
Think about Anakin was still a Jedi at the time. Literally, he was still talking about the Jedi Order. He was like, "Hey, nigga." He was literally like, "Hey, nigga, like this is not the Jedi way. What the fuck are you doing? We'll take him to trial." And Mason was like, "No, nigga, we're gonna kill this nigga."
No, that's not what he said. He said he basically.
That's exactly what the fuck he said.
No. He said no. I watched these movies recently. He said Anakin does say that, and then Mace responds with basically the trial would not be fair because he controls the whole council. And then basically he proceeded to go and slice him and say we have to kill him. This is the only way. And then Anakin was like, "Oh no, this is he literally didn't even let the logic sink in." And that's why I say that my previous statement would probably have worked because his mind was already messed up. He gave him logic. He basically said, "Hey, the trial would not be fair, so this is the literal best way to fix this problem."
Hey, let me tell you this though. I'm sitting here watching it, and I will replay this on YouTube for the podcast. This nigga is struggling fighting Windu right now.
Go ahead, play.
Is struggling fighting this nigga right now. Like
that's what I'm saying. And go listen to his words too when he's down. He literally said,
bro, we can literally watch a whole fucking video. But no, look. I'm gonna end this topic right now, right? Because if this shit's gonna last like fucking hours, nigga.
Right.
We gonna continue this shit after the fucking stream.
No, we gonna delve into this, bro. Like, niggas need to know that nigga Palpatine low key a bum.
Bro, I'm about to post this shit on the TL.
I mean, go ahead. He literally says that.
Nah, bro, that wasn't no throwing a fight. He had this nigga checkmate.
Bro.
I'm sitting here looking at it, bro. He was countering everything. This nigga grunting and struggling to keep up, and then he catches his saber coming with one hand and kicks the man with the force kick, and he knocks the saber all the way out of his hand. That wasn't no throwing a fight, dog.
Even when Palpatine uses the last bit of lightning to to push Mace Windu out the window, he lays back like he's exhausted, trying to get back up. Yep, he was faking it.
He was not phased, bro. Even when the lightning hit him, he was not phased at all.
That nigga was like,
that nigga, bro, he's a fucking shit. That nigga's an actor, nigga. He's an actor.
Oh my god,
bro. That nigga literally, bro. The nigga literally was
burnt
acting
and
for
died.
fucking
Bro,
10 years.
you're adding so much context to it that's not there, literally.
How is
like,
it not there,
See,
nigga?
look,
bro, you're
even
adding,
Nazi,
oh, he's an
even Nazi,
actor.
like,
He's pretending to
his
be
buddy's
losing. He's
talking
doing
about
all
Star
this.
Wars Legends. Like, I think you're pulling from
I'm
non-canon
not pulling
material.
from nigga. This is all canon fucking material, bro.
Like, I just don't see, like, in what universe is Palpatine beating Prime? I'm not gonna say Prime Anakin, but Anakin before being like named, like where he was. I mean, at his strongest in terms of like potential and like strength in the Force, like the count of midichlorians in his body. Like, there's no way he's beating that. And even
Also
Anakin,
saying that he's not phased by this lightning, wrong. Watching it right now.
right? That nigga was screaming, "Help me, help me!" Like, nigga, that nigga was going through it, bro. Like,
Bro,
no.
y'all niggas, bro. Literally.
Yeah, I'm
I mean,
y'all
so
really
look,
don't understand the context behind that
is
scene.
Palpatine?
Bro, you're trying to tell people they don't understand the context. You're adding context that's not there.
I'm not adding context, nigga.
Bro, where's this context at, Deus?
Nigga.
Deus, how is all of us seeing the same thing? I just rewatch it to check and see what you're talking about. This is not the case.
Bro, you can
I'm
ask
sitting here
the
looking at
niggas
it
in
right
chat,
now.
bro. Nigga,
Look,
the whole point of that fight was to fucking bring Anakin over to the dark side, nigga.
I don't think that wasn't the point of that entire fight. I don't think Palpatine really foresaw that Anakin, because you gotta understand, Palpatine revealed his true nature, trying to turn Anakin, right? And Anakin actually went and snitched on him, and that's why Mace was even there in the first place. Like, I think Palpatine didn't really expect that, or at least that wasn't.
He
nigga, he knew.
That was probably his worst case scenario.
Nigga, he knew. That nigga was prepared for every
no,
fucking thing.
No,
you can't,
Hero's
because
right, because when he enters the room, Palpatine says, "Oh, I didn't expect you guys to be here so early." He literally says that. He literally says that because I just watched the movies. Come on, bro.
Nigga, he
I'm
saw the
saying,
shit
like,
coming regardless.
Like, is Palpatine
saying that you
a
see something
deceiver?
coming as far as somebody coming to stop you eventually is not the same as saying you foresaw the whole future of all this shit happening, but then you saying that you're surprised that something happened. That doesn't make sense.
Nigga, when there's something surprised about some shit happening.
We even know from the newer movies that them seeing the future isn't a direct seeing the future, because home dude thought he was seeing Kylo Ren and he was seeing the wrong intent. So
I think the only one who's been able to actually see the future is like Anakin, where like he was clearly seeing, Padme's death in Revenge of the Sith.
Man,
but it just wasn't in the context of what he thought it would be, or like,
Hey guys, Jujutsu no Kaisen.
This nigga too.
Is Palpatine a deceiver? Yes, obviously. That nigga was, played the part of a politician and infiltrated the Republic and was behind, everything in terms of like creating the clones and all that kind of bullshit. Like, we know he's a deceptive person, obviously, but at the same time, he's not like omniscient. He doesn't know everything, and he doesn't like plan everything ahead of time.
yeah, like them seeing the future is not a case where wait, I see this fight exactly happening this way. That's not how that works. We already know from even the newer movies that when they see the future, they're not exactly seeing the future.
Someone in my chat said we be running this Star Wars
he was seeing
topic.
Kylo Ren's future of slicing down his true enemy, and his enemy was him the whole time. But Kylo Ren had him tricked because he had the blade pointed at her. But when striking down an enemy was in the future, I don't even get how they really see the future. It seems more like they read. It's like they read the. Do they read the Force or something?
The Star Wars topic. Let's end the Star Wars topic.
Yeah, bro. People are telling me we ran this bitch into the ground.
we can have this discussion off air. I'm just saying, Deus, you wildin', bro. But look, new topic.
I'm about to head out though. I gotta go to sleep anyway.
All right.
I'm nigga.
They're trying to bring down the black man.
Just kind of get into.
I'm nigga. Thanks for running the episode.
Yo, chill out.
Nigga, hey, look, these niggas still staying around, bro. I don't give a fuck, man. I love y'all niggas.
Niggas did not ruin anything, but
I'm joking. Yeah.
Obviously, this is our last episode of the year, and if you want to be grand about it, it's our last episode of the decade. Do y'all have anything in particular that y'all want to reflect upon? Like now that
I just want to reflect upon how that beautiful Dr. Stone is just the greatest thing that ever exists, you know. Like,
I'm weak.
Jujutsu no Kaisen, when it gets that in anime, finna bump.
speaking
Gojo,
of,
goat.
we finna start off this new decade right, because we finna have these
Bro, what's the
webtoons coming, boy.
what's the new seasonals coming out? The new season's starting, and I'm scared. I haven't finished the current season.
Yeah, that's
I
true. I
don't
have
know.
not finished the current season.
I don't think webtoons is going to be dropping until like the end of next year or maybe the start of 2020.
I was just talking about, like, I know Quince is coming out. Quince is quintuplets. I'm peeping that because I read the
I'm
manga.
looking it up right now. Winter seasonals 2020.
Hey, One Piece 2020. No, basically climax.
Wait, this is winter still? These count as winter seasonals?
Well, we're not currently in winter right now, right? Are we?
We're not talking about the 7 Deadly Sins anime, all right?
I thought I thought we're wrapping up fall seasonals right now, and we're moving into winter. Right.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone who in here, don't forget to subscribe for our next episode. All right.
Yeah. If y'all watching, go ahead and leave us a like, subscribe. We
Where
post
we at
on
right
Mondays at
now?
7 p.m. Pacific time, Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, we can go ahead and wrap it up. Look, I'm gonna shout out my nigga Xavier because he thought I wasn't gonna shout him out. Follow him on Twitter at Master Zay. He kind of a bum, but show him some love.
Winter seasonals start January 1st.
What is Jijoku Raku? The fuck is that? I ain't never heard of it.
IQ coming up, which is gonna be gas, of course. Plunderer.
What's
interesting? That's gonna get peeped.
Niggas out here watching haiku but can't even make a haiku poem.
Oh my.
Darwin's Game sounds cool.
On that, we should end the podcast.
y'all got any closing statements? Any closing plugs or nothing?
Hey, y'all, be ready for One Piece 2020 manga and anime. That's all I gotta say.
Slap.
Look, I'm ready. I don't know if Webtoons is coming out in 2020 or 2020.
Watch Gurren Lagann. That shit is
I'm
gas. Best OSTs in anime.
Tower of Gods, what I'm waiting for. No.
Wait, Deadman Wonderland is getting another what?
No, it's not. What?
What?
No, it's not.
Oh, it equals Deadman Wonderland. Oh, okay.
Let's say there's no way.
I was like, what? They ain't getting this. But Shinobu Murderer got set up and thrown on death row, and the Shogunate is looking for the elixir of mortality. So they send all these death through this crazy island. What the fuck?
That nigga typed that shit quick as hell.
Yeah. That nigga went on Wiki and was like,
hey, chill out. Nah, alright, that's gonna be it. If y'all in the chat, y'all could join us. We finna pop back inside public on the Discord. Join the Discord below. Everybody else, plug is below. So we'll catch y'all later. We're gonna be taking a break. So we're probably gonna be back up. Yeah, we're gonna have a bit of a break. So you're probably gonna be back up around the end of January or around the start of the February. So starting back with our new season for Spirit of Mind. So catch y'all later.
Yep.